So after Liverpool hilariously capitulated against Bournemouth at the weekend, it prompts the question of Liverpool's goalkeeping situation. Now we all know Karius is there, Simon Mignolet is there, but if Liverpool are to mount a title challenge, do they need a better goalkeeping option? And obviously Chris is here, also from Redmen TV. We'll get you that opinion in a second, Chris. But also,
no one's died, guys.
no,
that's the football game.
Shut up.
No, but it's the thing. I'm a lot more laissez-faire about the whole thing. But it prompts the question, I guess, is that do you need to have a top level goalkeeper if you want to win a Premier League title?
Yes.
And moving on from that, again, we'll come to this all in due course, is that how do you turn a 22, 23-year-old prospect goalkeeper into a top-level goalkeeper? How do you manage that at the top end of the Premier League? So, go on, you said you seem quite adamant that you have a top goalkeeper.
So, yes, you definitely need a better goalkeeper if you are to want to go for the Premier League. But I think what's happening at the minute is Klopp's obviously seen you've got a really good side, you've built a really good side, and I think your aim is behind closed doors, top 4, solidify, then kick on. Year from Karius in the Premier League, he'll improve, he'll make mistakes, then kick on next season to try and win the Premier League. I think that's what the idea I'm getting, but you're doing really well. The attack's clicking like it's clicking so well, and the football's brilliant to watch. And you're looking at yourself here with January around the corner thinking, we've got to give this a shot. So if you don't give it a shot, then I would be questioning Klopp and the people on top in charge of transfers and thinking, right, why can't we go for it?
Yeah.
Why can't we go for it? Or failing that, start a hashtag bring back Bogdan. Why not?
No, well, he's out for the season, unfortunately. Unfortunately for him.
You said that very
Not unfortunately for Liverpool and Wigan or whatever. I think the issue that Karius has got, kind of what James is saying, Chris, is that I don't think anyone expected Liverpool to start the season as well as they have. And when you bring in a youngish goalkeeper into the league, you're looking at time to bed in. You maybe talking about a bedding in season or whatever, just to find his feet or whatever, if you've got a long-term vision for him. The scrutiny that is on him all of a sudden is probably more than he would have. If Liverpool were just kind of 6th or 7th in touching distance to top 4, it would be less of an issue. But everyone right now is watching Liverpool and going over them with a fine-tooth comb every week. And so when a player's not right bang at that level, it's going to mean that there's more pressure on them.
Of course, but you've got to remember that this isn't a guy who's not playing at top level. This isn't a guy who's playing like an average goalkeeper in the Premier League. Right now, he's not making the saves that his peers are making. Yeah. And that's what it all comes down to. I'm not saying Liverpool need the best goalkeeper in the world to win the Premier League, but we need a goalkeeper who can make some fucking saves. Yeah. That's what it boils down to. I compared him against Claudio Bravo, Thibaut Courtois, Petr Cech and Hugo Lloris. He's only making 1.3 saves a goal conceded. That's shite. That's by far the lowest of all of those goalkeepers. As a per 90 metric, he's conceding more goals per 90 minutes. You can look at the defence and stuff like that as well. What it boils down to is he's got to make saves.
Is that badly skewed? You can't discount results because they are the results in the games that you played, and every game goalkeepers have played. They're all playing matches. Is it hard though with goalkeepers? Because again, when you're a young goalkeeper, you are going to be prone to mistakes, and goalkeepers are prone to mistakes. He's conceded 10 goals in 9 games this season. Well, prior to Sunday, he'd conceded 6 goals in 8 games or whatever, which is a far more. All of those metrics look probably a lot.
Of course, it's a much more rounded number. If you take one game away, you can't take one game away, unfortunately. Yeah. But what you can say is you can look at it and go, the other goalkeepers making points for their team. Yeah. Karius is costing us points. That's a big swing. Now, if Petr Cech makes a penalty save and they win a game 1-0 because of it, that's a 6-point swing almost. I know I've plucked that out of thin air. But there are games this season where David De Gea's saved points for Manchester United. They'll have bought 3 points there. We've lost 3 points because of Karius. That's a 6-point swing in a title race. Yeah. That's a lot of points to be losing on one position.
Yeah.
And you saying behind closed doors, Liverpool want just top 4 to the... Behind every fan's door, deep down, you think this is a cracking opportunity because you haven't got Europe to, and you're playing really exciting football. And I think at the start of the season, like you did the season predictions, and you had real optimism And there was a kind of story in your mind that said, Klopp's got it together, we're going to play this different style. And it was all starting to happen. Or it is still happening. Yeah. And so, therefore, you struggle to have that same patience with a guy who is very young, who's got some decent stats from being in Germany. He's, as I say, very young. And De Gea had that difficult season. So you kind of want to give him the time to acclimatise, because there's no way he would have had the pressure that's on him that he does now.
Exactly,
but you haven't got time either, because you want to go and win a title.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? When you could talk about his peers, they're his peers in so much as they're all Premier League goalkeepers, but how many of them are his peers in terms of where they are in their careers is probably where the difference is. And which is why I say you can't discount one game, but it's one of those that, because he's got such a small sample range as a senior goalkeeper as well, there's not enough data there to know whether that's, that one game is actually just the freak, the freak game that fucks all his stats up or whatever. When you consider, again, you look at the experience, Claudio Bravo in his 30s, played for Barcelona. David De Gea, to be fair, I don't think you compared him.
No, I only did rivals.
But he's gone through that. He's gone through that period.
But he's gone through that.
Where it's difficult.
Hugo Lloris, senior age, he's probably like 28. If I had to hazard a guess, Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, it's close to that.
Courtois mid-20s, I guess by now. But even then, But then you think about him. Last season, he was
shaky.
Everyone was saying he was dreadful. He was getting bombed out the team for Begovic.
But at 22, he was a top keeper.
Yeah.
He had a great start, didn't he? He had that first season, he did brilliant. He'd had a couple of great years with Atletico Madrid before that. I think it's a really difficult one, because, like you say, if he hadn't, he's better than Mignolet, right?
Yeah.
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 Consensus.
But you didn't answer that.
No, because I'm not sure he's a better shot stopper than Mignolet. I don't think we've seen any evidence that he's a better shot stopper than Mignolet. My points are based at why Karius is a better goalkeeper for Liverpool are based on his positioning. So he starts 10 yards outside the penalty area and frees our centre-backs to play further up the field, which means when we're playing low box sides, our entire team can shift forward 10, 15 yards. You don't see that. That's not a pure goalkeeping stat. But he enables our team to play better
It's
football.
also a fucking pointless stat if, as you say, you're having 3 shots against you and you're conceding a fucking goal a goal, a shot and a half saved or whatever.
The similarities in this situation are stark if you compare it to Barcelona and Liverpool. You've got Ter Stegen in goal in Barcelona, who's been shaky, because I watch a lot of Spanish football, and you've got Karius as well at Liverpool. The two differences with those sides, other than your amazing attack, the two differences in attack, is that Barcelona have got 2 really strong leaders in defence, Mascherano and Piqué. You don't really have that with Liverpool. No disrespect to Liverpool's defence, because they are good players, but you don't have that leadership, and you don't have that kind of relationship between the defence and the goalkeepers, and that's what it comes down to. You either need a strong goalkeeper, like Alisson do with Petr Cech, or you need a really strong centre-back who can sort it out at the back. And you don't have either.
But you need leadership from the manager as well. You can't look at it and go, because you can draw comparisons with De Gea all you want. Let's hope Karius gets there one day. If he was thrown out after 9 games, he wouldn't be the keeper that he is today. But he was managed well during that early shaky period. Now, the Liverpool...
But he wasn't thrown out, but he was rotated out periodically.
That wasn't to do with his performances as such. That was a decision made before the season was started. And there's a fucking huge difference there. Because if you have a bad game and getting taken out, that's different to knowing before the season starts you're going to get rotated.
Right.
It's a big difference.
You can relieve a bit of pressure,
but I guess we'll see that on Liverpool's regard. It looks like Klopp's backing him. But you're right, that's what baffles me, is that, and people saying as well, not saying Loris Karius is going to be David De Gea, but the way David De Gea was managed was a very unique way of managing a young goalkeeper. Because let's be honest, and people forget, it's very easily forgotten. Exactly, he was the in-joke in Premier League at the time. He was this young, promising keeper, all the world going for him, and he was fucking dead shaky. He was dropping, he was making clangers after clangers, and but Ferguson was pulling him out of the firing line. Look, give it a few games. We'll bring this other lad in. He'll make a couple of mistakes and we'll swap, and Lingard and him rotated a lot. That's Man United fans watching, you'll know better than I whether how true that is or not. I don't know, but my memory of it is that they played a lot in rotation that season, and that's what I mean with Karius. The problem Liverpool have got is that if Liverpool need a better goalkeeper, that better goalkeeper isn't Mignolet. It's not a case of Mignolet's going to come in and fix it. It's not, because the answer's not Mignolet. It's maybe for the side we are. Because what you need at that level, if you're fit 6th or 7th, you probably just need. There's different types of goalkeepers for different situations. Yeah. You need look at Heaton at Burnley. He's the perfect goalkeeper for where they are. He's gonna have shit ton to do. Like Jussi Jääskeläinen used to be for Bolton. Phenomenal goalkeeper for where they were because he's gonna make save after save after save.
He's gonna make 17 saves a game and concede 4.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, whereas at the top end you do fuck all for 89 minutes, but you have like 30 second spells, whatever.
You need that Van der Sar
exactly. When you just need to make a save, catch a ball, do whatever. Yeah. And that's the problem with being a young goalkeeper. And I think it's a very difficult thing to blood young goalkeepers in at the business end of the Premier League. And that's why you can see Chelsea seem to have ridden it out with Courtois, although no one's raving about Courtois anymore. That was, like I said, a spectacular piece of management. But other than that, name me a young goalkeeper who's been allowed to come good at a big club since, apart from the ones that end up being the best the world's ever seen. Iker Casillas, as an example. Yeah. Not many.
No, other than Neuer, obviously, Casillas and a few others.
Well, yeah, I guess Joe Hart was strong for a long time. I guess here's a question for you two: so the other thing is there's no goalie full stop really that you can bring in, is there? So you're going to be with one of these two guys. Do you think that's going to cost you the league?
No, I don't think. You win as a team and you lose as a team. I don't think a goalkeeper's going to cost us a league. I think, if he is not making enough saves, that can be a part of it. Of course it can. But ultimately the defence has got to play a massive part in that. You've just got to stop him conceding more shots. The attack can score more goals. There's loads of things.
I mean, that's easier said than done, but you need every guy to do their bit as well. So
completely.
It could play a massive part. You're saying a goalkeeper's so crucial. It could be the same thing for Man City because he's not.
Exactly. Well, Claudio Bravo is not having a decent time at City, and it could be the opposite effect because the defence isn't doing good enough for City.
Yeah, so. It's like I say, for me, it'll be telling over the course of the season. Look, we've got to talk about these things as the season progresses because they're interesting points. But that performance against Bournemouth, is that an outlier in the season? Because if it is, it'll probably smooth over a little bit as the graph won't look so shocking over the course of a season. His per 90 metrics will fucking even out a little bit if he has a game where he saves 4 shots and concedes no goals. All of a sudden he's absolutely fucking he's bang on there.
You've got to look at it and go, look, the guy's 9 games into his Premier League.
That's it. I think it's a rite of passage, isn't it?
The team are third in the Premier League. We weren't fancied to get in the top 4 this season. We're overachieving compared to what everybody outside of Liverpool Football Club thought. We've got a brand new keeper, we've got a new centre-back partnership, we've got loads of things going positive for us. The keeper will come good. And I trust in the manager that he's made the right decision with the keeper.
3 of the back 5 for this season is new to the team or the position in which they play. If you're talking about Milner playing left back, so there's definitely. And like, sorry, but we were saying last week when we did the 3rd season review, it came a week too early for Robbie because he got nailed in the comments. But he was saying Liverpool's defence not very good, and yet we'd only conceded 1 more than Arsenal at that point. We fucked that at the weekend. But that's the point: is that like I say, right? There's a learning curve still to be had there. All that being said, though, there is a confidence that comes with having a goalkeeper who is in the 30s. They've been there and done that, and they just come in under a steady end. Petr Cech at Arsenal, Van der Sar at Man United. But then look at Claudio Bravo at Man City. There's no goalkeepers at all levels make fucking stupid mistakes. So, it's just about whether you can build on that and improve.
It's about building that unit. It's about building that unit around the defence. And Klopp's trying to do that, but obviously there's going to be teething problems. There's always going to be teething problems. I think with Karius, you just need to give him time. And I think I think that's another reason why you brought in that Estonian lad too. Experienced head in defence who can really bounce off that unit and make sure things are solid as future goes on.
Just doesn't get played.
Because
he's an Estonian international. But let us know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Do Liverpool need to go out and buy another first choice goalkeeper?
I'd rather a 30 goal a season striker if we're going to go and buy someone.
Exactly, or another centre half. So when Matip's not there, we don't fall to pieces. That would be nice. But let us know in the comments below. Click the Ball Street Shield to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to watch the rest of the phenomenal Social Club videos this week. Phenomenal.
No pressure.